Hey everybody, what's going on? Nick here in the house, quite literally, because that's where I always am. But I wanted to welcome some amazing guests. We have Alicia over here with SuperCharged offers. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, all the way from Australia. Slight delay here because it's early morning for me.
We're like on a newscast. Did you know you got me in there? And then we have Aron down below,
Yes,
or at least
Aron
with
from
you down below.
Win United, Win United,
Yeah.
land stuff. Yeah.
You know what's funny about Win United that I'll just share with you, and it's funny that you're the person with that business name, is like I thought about every time I think about creating a business name, it always serves someone, and I'm like, I want to name it Win-Win, and you are
Yeah.
always, and I'm always like, that was such a good name that you came up with, so I just wanted to.
Well, we're in different states, right? So you could do it in your state.
I could do my own franchise.
I remember when we started with Aron with SuperCharged offers, and when we were really thinking about that, the name and the marketing and the branding and everything behind it, it was such a great concept to bring in. So yeah, so welcome everybody to the call. Thanks everyone for listening in. We want to first of all start by talking about omni-channel marketing and what it's all about. So omni being the word ever present, going wherever your prospects are, whether that's online, direct mail, cold calling, SMS follow-up, lead managers, all of those things. And Aron, you have been an absolute star in this because you do all of it, which is great. And I think it's really shown in your results as well. So maybe Aron, just for our listeners, if you can start by sharing with them where you started with your land business when we first got together and started working.
Well, at first I was depending on my own intelligence, and then I found two people smarter than me, and because you can't do everything, right? You
True.
Can't do everything, but anyway, it's kind of a little. I'll make it somewhat of a short story. My wife and I had a 5-acre lot that we bought to put an Airstream on and do an Airbnb type situation on it in the mountains of Northern California, and then we realized, in order to do this, we have to have a septic system. We've got to have a well, and we've got to. Anytime somebody wanted to rent, they'd have to get a permit with the county and all this kind of stuff. All this red tape as of recent years, and so we decided, we'll just sell it and we'll start another business. So we did that, and I thought to myself, after spending, a year cleaning up the land and making it nice, putting a deck and safari tent on it, and making walking trails and bridges over the creek and all this kind of stuff. I thought, this is really cool. I wonder if I can sell land. I wonder if I could do this. And how would I do this? And you know how Google is always listening to everything you say. I think
It sure is. I say she sure is because obviously Siri's a girl apparently.
Yeah, I think something came up on a YouTube video all of a sudden about investing in land. And I watched it, and I thought, oh, okay, there's this course and I can learn how to do this. Anyway, I took the course and I learned how to do it, and I realized, there's a lot to it, and there's only so many hours in the day, and I realized I couldn't do it all on my own. And I found out through a forum Facebook group that I was in about SuperCharged offers and AJ, and I thought,
fantastic.
I thought, I'm going to look into this,
and here we are.
Yeah.
So then you came to us. So talk us a little bit more about how with SuperCharged offers, how we really helped you to shape your business, your branding, and get consistent to get started.
Well, you suggested some things that I wasn't doing. For one, I had a mistake. I was doing it. I think it was a mistake where you take, you've got the buyer side and the seller side, and you're using the same website for the buyers and the sellers, and that was that didn't make too much sense. Yeah, so you helped me with the seller side of things and having a separate website, and I already had a logo, so what you took that and you incorporated it into with your design team, and helped me with the copy and did an interview with me, and we did an ebook offer, and anything else you want to share, you can add to that. But it was all very, very helpful. And
I think more than anything, what I loved when we were working with you early on is getting you really clear on that strategy and getting you consistent, because that's one big thing in this business when we're talking about omni-channel marketing. It's how we get consistently in front of our leads all the time, and doing that in a way that speaks to the right audience, right? Not getting our sellers and buyers in the same audience.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how to do that, and so I was like, oh my gosh, this lady's doing this, and I don't know anybody else that's offering it for a little niche in the land market. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
and so
it was
tell
awesome.
us a little bit more. What have the leads been like? I remember at one stage you and I were talking, and you had that many leads in your pipeline that you were going to train up your mom to do comps for you.
Isn't that what you always do? You try to help your family first, right? But anyway, yeah. So mom moved in with us last fall, and I thought, well, maybe I can give her something extra to do. But I realized that she wasn't into doing the offers, so I was able to get a couple assistants that definitely helps. That was one of the blessings that of your service. It helped me get busy enough where I needed extra help. I couldn't handle all the leads from the mailings that you were doing and all the omni channels that you were sending out, hitting the
It's a
potential sellers.
good problem to have, I say, when you get to that stage.
I still have a bunch of offers that I have to get out. If you believe it
We'll
or
talk
not.
after this call, my friend.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Nick, let's hear about you.
Yeah. So, and then Aaron, I believe you ended up picking up our service
correct.
a little bit along the way. I remember our conversation, and and I appreciate your reservation. I could definitely tell you must have been like a CPA in the past, because I was tickling your details. You're like, hold on, how does this stuff look? What does everything look like? And it really sticks out to me. But yeah, and then you found us, and we started doing some text messaging, I believe.
Yeah, we were doing skip tracing, the 7-cent skip tracing for the mail drops that Alicia was doing for us. Each week we'd have a list. It's like, okay, can you skip trace this list, Nick? And then after that you would shoot out a text, so yes. Yeah,
awesome, man.
It's
Awesome.
very, very, very helpful stuff. And you could get into that probably better than I can, but very helpful follow-ups and saying, if we send out 10,000 mail pieces and then everybody is getting, we're skip tracing that list to find a phone number for them. You're shooting off a text to see if they had gotten it all. I mean, I'm sure we've had quite a number of deals that we might not normally have had because people are so busy and they're getting hit.
And I think that's the thing that you just touched on there is that point of differentiation, right? This is the thing about omni-channel marketing. If you're just sending one letter, like majority of real estate investors are out there, and expecting a miracle to happen, it kind of doesn't happen. So that strategy that we helped you to put in place of send the mail, take that list that you've mailed, now do a follow-up, make sure they've read the letter, check in, do all those things. Very big impact. So yeah, I love that we helped you to get that strategy down pat, and between Nick and I, making sure that you're building those services together. Yeah.
I mean, I know I've gotten quite a number of deals because people thought that, they were, quite impressed with being hit from different sides. Like, oh, wow, maybe they got letters from 5 other people, but I've had people tell me, you guys seem like you're head and shoulders over some of these other letters I'm getting in the mail. And I know it's because of what you guys are doing. So
yeah, that's fantastic. All about standing out.
Right. Yeah.
Nick, do you want to go to the next question?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you will, walk us through the process of using your mailing and data from SuperCharged offers. And then you worked with us on retargeting the campaign, and it was all done for you.
Right.
When do you do your follow-ups, and what messaging are you getting us to send for you?
Well, through SuperCharged offers, I think it's typically between 10 and 12 weeks, I guess, that you schedule out your mail drops. And so each week, depending on what package you purchase, so many letters are going out, so many hundreds or thousands of letters are going out. So once it's confirmed through SuperCharged offers that yeah, the mail has hit their mailbox and they do have that, then I have my helper just send a one-line sentence email to you and Highwell saying, hey, we need, you know, these 300 people skip traced, and we need, after you're done that, we need you to shoot them a text to see if they're interested in receiving an offer.
Right.
And so
Too easy.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And perhaps we should try your other service, which we haven't done yet, which is the voice
Calling.
live calling.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Our cold calling definitely crushes it. You know, it's always good, especially when you're first starting, I think, to attack the market with both. And then just like a split test. And one of the things we do differently is we approach lead gen like it's Facebook ads. Like we quote unquote optimize the campaign. That's a phrase that's used in like the ad community to see what is working, see what isn't working, make some changes and do some stuff. So that's one of these, I do like the dual approach. They both might blow up, right? Or one might. And then when one does, we drop the other, you know? And so it's cool to see how we end up creating our, you know, our pipeline.
Yeah.
We'll try that next.
Yeah, definitely. And I think to add to that as well, Nick, you're so right. It is about always testing what works, because it's the same with direct mail, because you're always going to have in your audience of people that you're marketing to, some will respond better to a direct mail, some will respond better to an SMS or a cold call or a combination of all of it. And even with direct mail, split testing, like what type of letter works, you know, what type of mail piece are we using? Marketing is not about just doing the same thing all the time and expecting those miracles to happen. It's always about adjusting and looking at what your competition's doing and how you can be different from that, right? I'm sure you'd agree, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and like you said, I see lead gen as a pie chart. You know, some people text, some people don't. Some people listen to their voicemails. Some people check their mailboxes, right? I'm not going to check my mailbox. You're not going to sell me anything in my mailbox, but I'm not a part of your demographical generation. You know, I'm the guy who's checking the text and answering the phone. I'm a business owner. So every time that phone rings, I can't let that call slip through, right? So there's other ways to like captivate. And that's the beauty of, you know, marketing. And what AJ sets up is, it sounds like she gives you guys this professional polish and these opportunities. So when you go out there, you're in a well-dressed suit, quote unquote, your business is, and everything's optimized. And we're almost like, you know, the grunts on the ground. We're the army guys going in, crawling through the mud, and then bringing you back, you know, leads of a sort, you know, and that's exactly why we're teamed up right now, because, you know, we've learned through clients like yourselves and others that, you know, we're a great combo together. You know, our services have been complementing each other really, really well. And I'm glad you saw success. So I do have a question for you. I imagine that all of this has made, you know, quite the difference. Now, you must have built out the system to handle this pipeline that you've been delivered, right? So what do you got going on after the lead comes in?
After the lead comes in, okay, well, we've got to call them right away, you know. You don't want to let a lead get cold, you know. Right. So yeah, it's just you know, the whole win-win thing, right? It's okay. Is how can we create a situation here where this person, I want them to feel good about this, about working with us. So it's just about following up and not wasting their time, and seeing if we can make something happen with the deal.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Love it. And you're so right there about not letting the lead go cold, because I see way too many people in this business that a lead will come through, either it's from a direct mail that they're responding to, or maybe a cold call or SMS that Nick has sent out, and people sit on the lead for like a week or two and don't respond and don't run their comps and don't get back to them with offers. And it's like, guys, come on, you're losing the lead. And for me, that's really critical. So I love that you've really systematized it now, Aaron, with you and your team member down to, right, this happens on this date and this date, and this follow-up happens here, which is really great. Exactly. So what would you say to anybody out there, because there's lots of real estate investors out there, land specifically as well, what would you say to anyone out there that is sending just one piece of direct mail and expecting results?
We're in a different age now. It's a different time. Maybe that was the 1980s or 90s. I don't know. It's a whole different world now. So you need to somehow have the Google thing going and the Facebook thing going, and people who are constantly optimizing on your behalf.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I think part of the issue of I think sometimes people aren't getting back to their leads because they're too busy trying to send out their 50 letters that month or whatever else, and they need to somehow figure out how to get to that lead and respond faster.
Yeah.
In my situation, I had to hire somebody to just, you got to follow up today, like right away, because I can't have these. I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to waste the marketing money, you know, and have these leads just disappear after being interested.
Yeah, and so many people do that. They spend money, as you said, they're so focused on getting those 500 leads out this month or 50 letters out this week or whatever it might be, and they're spending all their time and energy on that. Meanwhile, a lead is coming in and they're not paying it homage. They're not really nurturing that. And as you said, they're not really trying to find the win-win in there either. So yeah, it's definitely an all-in system, and really making sure that you focus on time versus money. Like, where are you spending your time and what's that giving you in terms of a return? Nick, I think we've got a question here about returns, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what value do you think this has placed on your returns? You know, compared to where you were at before this thing started versus where your business is now. How do you feel about everything that's been happening in relation to your ROI?
Well, after I had to make an adjustment. I'm sure AJ hears this all the time. They start with you, right? SuperCharged offers, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting this, and now I've got to figure out who's going to help me deal with all this. You know, who's going to help me deal with who's going to help me deal with the response. So I kind of went through that phase, and now I have, you know, so yeah, no, you got it's, and AJ assures me that these are all natural growing pains, you know. So I
definitely,
as far as the return on investment, I don't know if I can quantify it, but I can tell you it's a big difference. Yeah, it's a big difference.
That's all we want to hear, is, you know, there's difference good and there's difference bad, and as long as the difference is a big positive difference. Yeah.
Let's put it this way: I don't want to do what you guys are doing, so thank you.
That's why we're here. That's absolutely why we're here. Yeah. So Aron, Nick and I, we hugely value you as a customer. I know personally I love working with you and seeing you grow, and we just want to celebrate you on this call, because you know there's a lot of people out there that are what I would call hobbyists in this business, that they're kind of tinkering on the edges. But when you really take this business seriously and put in place the right systems, processes, support networks like Nick and I, you really can achieve quite a lot. And I think, you know, the difference is when you can start to do things that the masses aren't doing. So doing your follow-ups, making sure you're following up with a cold call or an SMS, and doing that whole omni-channel presence, and utilizing that lead list as much as possible to really, you know, get out there as much as possible. It does make a difference. So from us to you, we just want to thank you for being, you know, an amazing human, first of all, because you are a really great guy and a wonderful customer. And we're both so excited to see that your pipeline's full. You've got great deals that are always coming through. I know one the other day that you and I were talking about on email with another fellow contact about this awesome potential, you know, forced appreciation deal that's come through now. So I just get so excited when I see these leads and these deals coming through.
Well,
awesome.
Thanks, AJ. I just want to say that, you know, you don't know what you don't know, and so when you tap into, you got people who want to tap into you guys, you're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna get other strategies, for example, follow-up strategies that we haven't even covered in this little interview.
Yeah,
things like, you know, when a lead comes in, you know, setting up ringless voicemail follow-ups, you know, over the coming weeks and this kind of thing, and that's you know, you suggested I do that, so
yep.
So you'll get a lot more.
I'm full of lots of suggestions, as is Nick. We've got suggestions until the sun comes up and the sun goes down.
You know, I tell people all the time, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's my job to help you close deals. lead generation is probably the main way I do that. But even I tell my clients, like, if you get a deal, you can't find a buyer, call me. You know, even if you haven't even looked that hard, just, you know, I've got 7,000 investors in my network because we've been in business for so long. So it's like, you know, I just want to be a resource, even if the lead is from somewhere else, but you close it because of me. That's still a win for lead mining. You know, I still feel
there's
that's
another
still,
win-win.
it's another win-win. You know, and so, and backing up like what Alicia was saying, it's so like important. That's what we do, right? Like, we're here beyond the purchase. And I think that is probably what is powerful about our efforts. You know, I recently bought I'm so stupid, guys. I recently bought a marketing program, and they were like, you're going to get a team and you're going to get help and you're going to get this. And I was like, great. I sign up, and then I start, and they're like, yeah, here's the videos of your team and a course. And I was like, well, I need my team to come out of the course.
Yeah,
and
I need a human.
and you know, and what they weren't is they weren't there after the sale. That's like one of the, actually, this is today's epiphany. This is literally all occurring today. I've been in there for 4 months. No one's even called. They disappeared right after the sale. And I think one thing that separates us is probably, you know, we're not going anywhere. You know, we definitely welcome. We want to help crush those obstacles in anyone's path.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing that I love about working with you, Nick, too, is that we both have the same ethos of really being there for our customers and, you know, helping them to grow and develop and work through problems and all of those things too, which has been really cool. And I've certainly loved doing that with Aron as well. So Nick, let's wrap up and talk about how people can contact you, and I'll wrap up with contacting us as well. And then we've got a little bit of a thank you and a promo that we're going to talk about with our people listening. Yeah, absolutely. So, so right here, I got lost here for a second. If anyone wants to find out more about how we can build your custom, oh, that's you. It's okay. We can make this. How about I give you your intro? No, you can close out. You know what to say.
Yeah. Great.
If somebody listens this long, they're interested. So
yeah, right. If anyone listening wants to know more about how we can retarget your leads with you, whether it's SMS or cold calling or using our lead managers, reach out to me. You guys can reach me at leadminingpros.com. The phone number on the website goes directly to my cell phone. So I will not miss you. So I challenge you to give me a call, and I can't wait to give you a hand. Love it. And just you mentioned something really important there, Nick, about lead managers. Do you want to just give a 20-second high level about what a lead manager is? Because it's something that might benefit a lot of people listening. Absolutely. So a lead manager, for me, at its core definition, is a VA you can count on. Okay. It's not someone you got to worry about rolling power outages or someone who's not going to make it today. Okay. It's someone you can truly count on. Now, beyond that, our lead managers come pre-trained with follow-up opportunities. So if a text comes in, they know what to reply. If a call comes in, they know how to pick it up. If you do need to forward it to them. But they can handle all of that. Some clients have these lead managers making offers. It depends how good your system is. Some clients have really good systems. The lead comes in, they put a note, offer 165. Then they message the lead manager and say, hey, next time you work, you're going to call Sally and you're going to offer her 165. And so there's this amazing system that can occur. But these guys can do anything that you might be able to train them to, or what they're naturally trained as, which would just be handling inbound, working in your CRM, and helping you get the deal to the next step. Where's the next point where you're involved? Love it. And then again, a lot of people out there who are time poor, that might be the way to help close out more leads in the business. And so for anyone listening, obviously at the beginning, you heard how we helped Aron build out his branding, his strategy, his website, his content, ebooks, interviews, Google, Facebook ads, everything that we did to give him a really good online presence. And get his direct mail and data really consistent. You can reach out to us at superchargedoffers.com or give my team a call on 888-538-5466.
7878, and my team's more than happy to book you in for a call with me, or just email me direct. It's Alicia, ALICIA, at superchargedoffers.com. Nick, do you want to wrap up with the little promo that we've got for everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we are going to be teaming up here to give anyone who's watching some freebie. And Alicia is going to be providing 1,000 leads completely for free. And I am going to skip trace all of those completely free. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, I know. So take us up on it. And this is a great opportunity. Whether you're waiting to get in action, maybe you want to call the first 50 people yourself, maybe you'll get the list and decide someone else needs to call or text them. But, you know, really take advantage, get these in your life, because they're just going to be the motivator to take you to the next level.
Yep. Fantastic. Well, thanks so much, guys. Aron, any final thoughts from you?
Well, thank you kindly for the opportunity to share a little bit. And I'm just, you know, you guys are the masters. So thanks for all that you're doing. You know, I wouldn't have been able to figure it out all because I've got too many other things going on, like 99% of the rest of the population. So, so thank you. Thank you.
Right?
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Aron. You're so welcome. And Nick, thank you. I love working with you, and we look forward to helping anybody else out there when it comes to this whole omni-channel, being present with your leads anywhere. So thanks, everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you.